They're already trying to bait Jim Brown. Sorry for guys that were streaming. My mic was off. It's all good. We back. We go. We're not gonna let technology mess with us. But they already trying to bait Jim Brown already with the races. Oh look, there's too many white people on here. Doesn't that bother you? I don't understand why. And I'll get to this. And I'll get to this later. Whenever the left always talks to, whenever the left talks to black folks or a group of black people, it's always race. They don't talk about nothing else. It's race, race, race. What about race? What about this? What about white people? What about not enough black people? Blah blah blah. Aren't you worried about racism and all this stuff? They always bring that up. We can just never have a conversation about the task at hand. It's always race, race, race. Always, aren't you worried about this? Aren't you worried about? It's like they have nothing else to talk about when it comes to black people, um, and it's a problem. I'm sick of it. I want y'all to listen to what Jim Brown says here. All right, gold. Just listen to what he has to say. Jim, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Rest in peace. That was absolutely perfect. You see the little the host here. She didn't want she didn't want none of that conversation. Of course, it's CNN. So what do you know? So shout out in honor of my man Jim. I'm right there with you, bro. Rest in peace. Uh, Thank you for being a voice of reason. Thank you for not been into that narrative, that racist narrative that they always try to put out. If anything, if anybody's racist, it's the left because that's all they seem to care about is black folks and white folks and the division of between the two. Instead of trying to help us come together, they're always trying to put us apart. So thank you, Jim Brown. I appreciate it. Rest in peace. One of the greats to ever do it. All right, so let's get to work, shall we? So this is you already know. Y'all remember your girl, Brittany Griner, right? Y'all remember your girl, Brittany Griner. She got over there in Russia. She start she broke some laws and she was about to get some significant jail time. Well, she did get significant jail time. But she's back over here. Hooray, right? Woohoo. She's back over here. And they start their season. And check out what she had to say now. Check her out, man. What does it say? Say hearing the national anthem, it it definitely hit different. Being here today definitely means a lot. I bet it does mean a lot. I bet you it does mean a lot. Oh, but let's not forget, of you who don't know about Griner, she didn't like America. She was over here using American freedom, soaking all America's freedom, enjoying America's freedoms, okay? And ungrateful, not standing for the national anthem, saying how bad this country is. That whole woke. BLM narrative. That's what she was doing. That was about, they had it all over the basketball courts. They were kneeling, doing an anthem, talking bad about this country. Oh, lo and behold, you go to another country and see if they care about you, right? Go to another country and see if they care about you. I'm going to tell you what, they don't. And she found out firsthand. And she found out, I don't curse, okay? I don't curse. I try not to curse. That's not really my thing. But I'm a big proponent of explicitive and find out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Around and find out. And that's what happened to her over there. She broke the laws. Not like they kidnapped her and held her for ransom from the United States. Nah, she went over there, broke the laws of the country, and got sentenced to jail. Oh well. Sorry. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I'm gonna keep saying it. Oh well, that's what you get. That's why you don't go around. See, I think every other country is the United States of America. It's not. They don't care that you're American. They don't care about, oh, these little petty laws, you guys that, they're not gonna really care about it. Well, they do. These other countries don't care about you or your family or your well-being. See, it's a good thing that I'm not president. It's a good thing that I'm not president. Because I tell you what, Putin would have called me. Putin would have called me and said, hey, we got your girl. I would be like, who? Who's my girl? Let's start off with the conversation. Who's my girl? Let's start off with that. Yeah, we got your girl, Brittany Griner. Okay. And what does that mean to me? It means absolutely nothing. What did she do? Why do you have her? Oh, she over here breaking the law. We put her in jail for 10 years. Okay, why are we having this conversation? It doesn't mean nothing to me. It means nothing to me. No, it's not harsh. It's reality. See, we live in a world of reality. The left doesn't live in that world. They think this is some kind of fantasy. Everybody kumbaya. Everybody love each other. Rah, rah, rah. Let's all have a big hug. No, it's not how the world works. We live in reality. You break the law, there are consequences. This man would have called me up and said, hey, we want to make a trade, which is the worst trade in sports history. I don't care what anybody says. In sports history, this has to be the worst trade for her and then the Merchant of Death. That's what we traded her for. That's how we got her back. Russia was like, yeah, I need my guy, the Merchant of Death. If it was me, I would have hung the phone up and not even called back. You need what now? Yeah. Putin, stop playing. I know you want something right now. Click, goodbye. We traded the Merchant of Death just for this person. And who is she for the United States? What does she bring to the United States? Nothing. She's not a political figure. She's not some significant person that's changed the world. She wasn't kidnapped and held for ransom. No. She was just a WNBA player who broke the law over there. Why would I trade anybody back for her? She better be wearing stars and stripes every chance she get. Her socks need to be stars and stripes. Her jersey needs to be stars and stripes. She needs to get a stars and stripes tattoo. She better be singing the Pledge of Allegiance every chance she gets. Every chance she gets. And I mean that. See, if she would have came back and said, you know what, I'm sorry for the perception I put on before I got arrested in Russia about how bad this country is and how terrible it is for black folks and all this noise. And said, you know what? I'm standing for the national anthem. Heck, I'll sing the national anthem. This is the message that she should be. I might tune in. I think the fan base would grow for the WNBA if she had said that. My apologies to all those who served this country and laid and lost their lives for this country, for my freedom to be able to walk around and spew nonsense. But I have the right to do that in this country. My right of freedom of speech. If she would have said that, I would have been like, you know what? Bravo to you, man. Bravo. Bravo. And I might tune in, but she ain't said that yet. Yeah, she's just happy to be back. Surprised we even got her back. But we got Joseph Brandon Biden up there, so that's what's going to happen. So I wanted y'all to see this. Not everybody saw this, and I want to make sure y'all saw this nonsense. This is what happens. See, people don't know. They think it's sweet out there. They think it's sweet. They think it's these other countries are gonna care about you. They don't care about you. I would have left you over there if it was me. You're lucky I'm not president. you you still be over there. She should be reciting the national anthem 10 times a day for the 10 years she was about to get over there in Russia. 10 times a day. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. 10 times a day for the years you were about to get in Russia to show your appreciation for being back in this country. Clowns, man. Stop taking anything these athletes say seriously, man. You can't put them up on this pedestal. They don't do nothing for society. They're not doing it. All they're doing is complaining and moaning. They're making good money, and all we do is get this. Oh, America is so bad. America's so bad. Can't go to Russia. See how bad Russian prison is. Yeah, see how bad Russian prison is. Brittany. These people don't make any sense, and I'm tired of them getting any. I'm tired of people letting their voices be heard. I'm tired of getting all the publicity. I'm tired of people taking their word as gold. It's not gold. If anything, it's sand and dirt. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, man. I don't know why. I don't know why we keep listening to these folks. They prove over and over again that they not it. They shouldn't be our voices, especially for black folks. Where's our black voices out, right? This is our black voices. This is your black voice right here. She got a different tune now, I tell you that. Y'all hate it so much. All these people say, you know what? If Trump win, I'm going to another country, or blah, blah, blah. It's so racist here. I'm going to go to another country. Go. See ya. Bye. None of them ever do it. None of them ever did it. All they are is this, a bunch of talk. It's a bunch of talk. That's all it is. They say one thing and they never do it. They just cry and complain all day long. That's what they do. Cry and complain all day long. And I'm sick of it. But there you go. There's an example of someone who messed around and found out, was talking trash about this country, was bashing the United States flag, was talking about how bad it is, how oppressed she is, and all oppressed playing in the WNBA, a professional athlete, but she's so oppressed. All the oppressed people that I talk to and go back and forth with, they're saying this country's so oppressed and everything is rooted in white supremacy and all that stupid noise that they try to tell everybody, telling our youth. They're all tweeting how oppressed they are from an iPhone. Yeah, exactly. They got 1,500, 2K iPhone, and they tweeting about how oppressed they are. Miss me with that noise. All this woke. The woke nonsense is going to be the death to me, man. This woke nonsense has got to go. You have got to stop paying attention. You got to start paying attention to what they teaching to your kids in these schools, man. Teaching to your kids in these colleges. It's nothing but woke rhetoric. That's all it is. And none of it makes any sense. And I'm tired of it. I really am. But I wanted y'all to see that, man. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that, it took her to go get arrested in another country and actually get sentenced to some serious jail time for her to realize that maybe it ain't so bad over here. maybe it's not that bad over here. Maybe I will appreciate the freedoms and the rights I have in this country. I hope so. Speaking of that, speaking of the woke rhetoric, JJ Redick, Ja Morant. Y'all heard about Ja. So Ja Morant, if y'all don't know, is an NBA player. Um, he was up to be, I'm tired of this dude, man. I really am. I'm tired of this guy. He was up to be the next face of the NBA. LeBron's getting older. You know, Steph Curry's getting older. Ja Morant is a great athlete, great entertainer. He puts on a show every night. I mean, I respect the man for his skills. He can play. One of those feel good stories. He didn't go to one of the major colleges. He wasn't recruited highly when he was coming up in high school. No, he had to earn his way. He had to make his way, and he made his way to the league. Beautiful story. How about you? You got to the league, shut your mouth, and make your money, and provide for you and your family. No, this guy wants to do what all these athletes and celebrities want to do. The hip hop black culture. That's what they want to do. They want to live that culture. For some reason, I don't get it. I don't know why. That's what they want to do. They want to be thuggish. They want to have all the girls. They want to have all the jewelry. They want to be flashy. They want to live this drug dealer, the gang life. They want to tote up guns, and that's Ja Morant been having a whole slew of issues as far as meeting people in the mall and getting into it with people in fights and all sorts of stuff. Mom calling him up in the mall, hey, somebody doing this, somebody doing that. How about he coming up there and threatening people pretty much. But this dude got caught at a strip club, which I don't for the life of me understand the significance of strip clubs. I really don't. You go in there to waste your money, and that's what the hip hop culture promotes. Going to strip clubs, throwing a bunch of money. You not even your status is not even good if you can't go to strip clubs and just start throwing money all over the place. That's somehow the measurement of status in the black culture. Go to the strip club and just throw a lot of money. Anyways, he was in the strip club flashing a gun. And the league saw it, the NBA saw it and said, you know what? Listen, we don't like that. You're promoting us. You're the face of the NBA right now. We don't want to see that. We do not want to see that. He came out and apologized. They gave him 8 games. They suspended him 8 games. And he came out with this apology. Oh, I'm going to do, but the generic, I'm going to do better. I'm going to take responsibility for my actions, blah, blah, blah. No. What does this clown do? See, this is the problem. Again, like I just said about these athletes and Hollywood old actors, stop looking up to these people. They don't listen and they don't care. This fool comes out again on Instagram Live with another gun toting around like this. Toting it around because he want to listen to rap music, the typical rap songs. Y'all know what it sounds like. In this, in that, in this, in that. And he got caught again, and he's in trouble again. I don't feel sorry for this guy. He's going to get kicked out the NBA. He's going to ruin what he got. He's going to get kicked out the NBA, and it's going to be all his dumb from. It don't got nothing to do with the system. It don't got nothing to do with white supremacy. It don't got nothing to do with white folks not giving him a chance. No, this is all his dumb fault. And that's what he gets. I don't feel sorry for him. I really don't. I don't feel sorry for you, sir. I don't. These people, I don't understand. They can't just play basketball. This is what they need to do. This is what they told LeBron to do. Shut up and dribble. That's what you need to do. Shut up and dribble. But you won't do it. So I don't watch First Take. I stopped watching all those ESPN Woke Plus shows. I stopped watching all that noise. It's not my thing anymore. ESPN in general is just not. I can't. All they do is speak that leftist woke rhetoric, and I'm tired of it. Now listen to it. Anyways, on First Take, JJ Redick, another great basketball player, has been on First Take, being the voice of reason. First, I had Will Kane. Will Kane was my guy. He was on First Take and all, and during the Kaepernick time, or AKA Squidward time, when he was doing his whole kneeling and doing his whole, he got this big old afro, and all of a sudden he's, some spokesman for black folks. All of a sudden, right? Will Kane was up there saying, "Nah, man, we not believing none of this rhetoric, all that noise." He was the voice of reason. Will Kane they eventually got him out of there, whether it was mutually or not. He went over to the news side, mainstream media side. So shout out to Will King if you hear this. Shout out to you. Thank you for being the voice of reason when he was there on ESPN in first take. I appreciate it. I thought JJ Redick was going to be the guy because he came at Kendrick Perkins when Kendrick Perkins tried to use the race narrative about the MVP and Jokic and all that stuff. You know, he shut Perkins up, shut him up, shut it down. JJ was that voice of reason. He was getting more airtime. I was like, yeah, this guy's nice. He might bring me back to first take just to hear his voice of reason, right? I thought he might be the guy to do that for me. Turns out I was wrong. See, I always want to wait until they test these guys that come up there to see if they really about what they say or is it really about the bag. And, you know, word is that JJ's trying to make his way to the NBA or whatever he's trying to do. He's trying to make more money, right? But see, JJ want to cape up for Ja Morant. He wants to cape up. He's talking about, oh, he didn't break no laws and coming to the rescue of this guy. Why? This guy has made his own decisions. I'm going to let y'all hear it and then I'm going to talk about it. But this guy's, JJ, I'm sorry. You're way wrong. And it's sad to see you go out like this. I don't know what ESPN told you. I don't know what they promised you. I don't know what the NBA promised you. But it's sad for you to come out here and say all this nasty rhetoric about, you know, you just going woke. And it's sad, man. It really is. So let's listen to this guy talk and listen to this nonsense this guy is saying, man. Here's JJ. So here's the first part. No law has been broken. That's not what we're talking about. As a matter of fact, all of the Americans who love guns, who advocate for people to own firearms, we want you to own firearms, Ja. Please own firearms, especially for someone in your status. Protect yourself and protect your family. You have the right in this country to protect all of that. Nobody's arguing that. But there's different types of gun owners in this country, and there's a right way to do it. Okay? Gun safety is number one. The way you're toting it around, all this wannabe hood, all this wannabe gangster stuff, that's not how you do it. And that's not how you promote yourself. And plus, your job tells you not to do it. Okay? Your job wasn't telling you not to own guns. That's not what they told you not to do. They wasn't telling you that. They don't want to see this. Okay? They don't want to see you toting around listening to rap on Instagram Live. Because you represent a brand, you represent a company. They don't want that. I don't understand why we got to keep doing this. It's not about breaking the law. It's about being responsible. That's what it's about, JJ. It's not about breaking any laws. Gun safety. There are different types of, look, this is my coffee mug, JJ. This is my coffee mug. Do you see my finger right here? There is no trigger here, right? There's no trigger. It's just a coffee mug. But look what I'm practicing all the time. Gun safety. If you know about gun safety, you know finger off the trigger guard, which would be right here. Hypothetically, there was a trigger. If there's a trigger here, there would be a trigger guard. Hypothetically, not on all firearms, but most of them. You keep your finger up here off the trigger and on the trigger guard until you're ready to fire. This is called gun safety. This is handling a gun properly. This is not even a gun. This is a coffee mug. And I'm still practicing gun safety because I'm using something that resembles a firearm. So I'm going to treat all things that resemble a firearm as if they're loaded, as if they could be dangerous. Even though this is a coffee mug, JJ, look, gun safety. I'm not toting it around. I'm not doing all this noise. I'm not saying bang, 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 and all this other stuff. It's not about breaking the law. See, what Josh should have did if he wanted to own firearms, if that was his thing, you're allowed to have firearms in this country as long as you got it legally, as long as you ain't a felon. And each state has their different rules and regulations about conceal and carry, but still, you're allowed to have it, but you're not doing it responsibly. What he should have did is went to a gun range, took some safety courses. I'm surprised the NBA didn't do that because the NBA is stupid. They don't do anything. Make this man go to a gun range and take a firearms course. Make him go to the local police station and Memphis PD and take a firearms course. Just imagine police officers, right? Imagine them. They carry firearms all day long. That's part of their uniform. They carry firearm all day long on their hip. They cannot then, after work, go around on Instagram Live, on social media, just toting guns around. They can't do that. They can't do that. Sorry, y'all. They cannot do that. I'm sorry. They will get in trouble and they will probably get fired. It's really sad that people don't understand that. You just can't go out here doing what you want. You have bosses, you got to do. You represent a company, you represent a brand. This dude got his Nike shoe deal. His shoes just came out, and he want to go around doing this. Half a season should definitely be the punishment, if not kicked out the league altogether, because this dude don't learn. I've told you once, you didn't do it. You went back and did the same exact thing. It's not like he did something different. It's not like he was just caught walking down the street and he just had it on his hip and somebody was recording him. No, he made a video with guns, got in trouble, got suspended, made some weak apology, then went back and did the same thing. It wasn't even anything different. He made another video with a firearm. It's the same thing. Give him 45 games, kick him out the NBA, sit him down to the G League. If he don't want to listen to what we got to say, then that's it. We already told you. People got to realize that there's consequences for their actions, whether it's good or bad. There's consequences. You don't understand that? Okay, well, I'm going to help you understand. Bye-bye over there. G League. That's where you at. I don't know why JJ all of a sudden started to cape up for this guy. I really don't. Maybe because he's an NBA player. I don't know. But I don't feel sorry, and the punishment shouldn't be less harsh because he's a 23-year-old and he's a young person. Hey, I did stuff when I was young, and I paid the price for it. I made some bad decisions in life just like anybody else, and I paid the price for it. I had to learn my lesson. But see, what I did is I learned from that. I learned from my mistakes. I learned those lessons and moved on. The way that he's saying pervasive, pervasive. No, no, no. In this country, it's our right to have firearms, and we are going to exercise our rights. We're going to have firearms. We're going to do them safely. See, your normal everyday firearm owner is practicing gun safety. Guns are locked up away from kids. You don't even know they have them. You'd be surprised how many people walk around with firearms and you don't even know they have them. I live in VA. VA is a great state for firearms. You don't know how many people you walking around with that got firearms, and that's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be out here toting your firearm around. And those who do that walk around with the big, rifles slung on their back and all that stuff just to get some attention. See, those guys, you don't want to be like those. Nobody likes those guys, right? Just because it's your right, you got to be responsible with it. I don't understand why this guy's making excuses for Ja. No, gun culture so persuasive. Like, stop that noise. No, how about we need more armed security? You want to talk about mass shootings? Where are they shooting? Places with no firearms, places with no resistance. And who comes save the day? Somebody with a firearm takes out the guy with a firearm. I don't know why in society, well, not society, the left society, left culture over there, they don't realize that. You got a guy with a firearm, it's going to take a firearm to take this guy out. Simple as that. Arm the schools, secure the soft zones. Everybody carry your firearms to protect you and your family. Because it's hard to shoot when you got rounds flying back at you. It's hard to shoot. I don't know why people don't realize it, but they didn't took this conversation about Ja. He took it about as ESPN, the woke mainstream media does. They take it and then they push their agenda. You see what the agenda was, right? It's not even really about Ja. They had to bring in their gun hating rhetoric. All the mass shootings, blah blah blah. All the mass shootings, gun culture. JJ, shut up, shut up. When you played in arenas, guess who was around the arena for you while you played your games? There were police officers there lined up with firearms in case somebody in there wanted to do something stupid. You don't realize that. You got to come over here and say something too. See, ESPN ain't got to him, and it's sad. ESPN ain't got to him. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what they offered him. I don't know what promises they made to him. They told him, "All right, you got to go fix this," for embarrassing Stephen A. and Kendrick Perkins. Go fix this right now. And there it is, right there. Just classic. Every time the left just says the same thing over and over again. It's classic. Everything. They say the same thing over and over again. The left doesn't want to do anything about it. Not us. Not us. The left doesn't want to do anything about it. They want to keep having these casualties. They want it all so they can push their rhetoric to take everybody's firearms away. That's why they're not doing nothing about it. All this money that they just sent over to Ukraine, another conversation about today. All that money they just sent over there, you could have fortified a lot of schools, a lot of elementary, middle, and public schools could have been fortified and safe. I don't care if these schools got to be a fortress. And I'm not even here trying to promote guns or anything like that. That's not even why I'm here. I'm here to just talk about how stupid Ja is, and he should pay the consequences for his actions, and how the black culture, the rap culture is a sickness, a disease for young black men and women. But then they go into this other realm, now they start talking about guns. I hope y'all paying attention. I really do. I hope y'all paying. Shut up, JC. That's the Q word right there. AR-15s. That's the Q word right there. It's sad that JJ had to go out like this. It really is, man. Jay, I had some respect for you as far as your analyst career was going, and it's pretty sad, man. It's pretty sad, and it's sad that you're talking about this. If this was a black family, right? If this was a black family and they were holding their firearms like that, safety, as I talked about earlier, finger off the trigger on the trigger guard. As you can see in this photo, look at the photo right there. You see where their fingers are? Look where their fingers are. The same thing I'm doing. Look where their fingers are. You see where their fingers are? Off the trigger, off the trigger, on the trigger guard. Slide, probably on the slide right here. Look at that. If this was a black family, everybody that's for firearms in this country would be applauded. Yep, that would be applauded. We like this. We like what we see here. Keep it up. Protect your family. Would I necessarily do a Christmas card like this with my family? Probably not, because I don't feel like it's necessary for me. But there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with teaching firearm safety to your young children. That way, they know if they somehow come across a firearm, God forbid, they know how to treat it safely. Even when my sons, they got these Nerf guns all around the house. We like Nerf guns. I teach them, don't be pointing it at people, and how to use it safely. And they're young babies, and they know. So all this rhetoric that JJ's talking right now is absolutely stupid. Mass shooting at the mass shooting. Why is it a mass shooting? Because the leftists don't want you to protect yourself. That's why. You got crazy people out here with guns. It's just going to happen. It's inevitable. So protect yourself against them. Let's protect ourselves against the crazies. That's the point. Let's protect ourselves against the crazies. I don't see why that's such a difficult thing to do. I don't see why that's so hard to understand. We'll get to the rest of this and I'll get this dude off my screen, man. I'm tired of this guy, man. It's sad the way that he's going out like this. I explained I explained it to you. I just did. He's a clown. He don't know when to stop. The hip hop culture has got him. He want to be on here toting the rules. The NBA told him. He didn't listen. He went out and do the same thing, and that's what he gets. He's a 23-year-old. JJ, shut that noise up. It's sad to see you to go out like that. It really is, JJ. It's sad to see you go out like that, man. Really sad. And I'm sorry I went on a rant this long about this guy, but see, these are the people that we put up on a pedestal. These are people that we like, oh my God, whatever he says, whatever he does should be put up here. No, they're a bunch of clowns with no common sense. And it's not like this dude is from any bad neighborhood or anything like that. No, you would think that, oh, it's probably his neighborhood. He probably, still got it in the system. He can't get it out. No, this guy grew up with a father and a mother in the home. They helped raise them. He didn't grow up in no bad neighborhood. I think he went to a private school and all sorts of stuff. So there's no reason for it. All it is the hip hop culture. That's what it is. And this is what the hip hop culture gets you. See, you see what it gets you? No money and no job. That's what it gets you. Any young kids listening to this, don't be like this guy. He has a great opportunity. Only like 2% of people in all the world make it to the NBA. It's only 15 people on each team, pretty much on the roster. It's not a lot of space for a lot of people. You got to be elite to make it to the NBA, and this guy is throwing it down the drain. I don't feel sorry for him. JJ over here, man, when on a 12, he trying to thread the law down on a 23-year-old, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that noise. I want to hear you crying. Why are you crying for this guy? It's a shame, man. It really is. And I'm sorry I went out on a rant for a long time about this, but I gotta tell you, man, these people they don't get it. Black folks don't understand. You got a good thing in front of you, and you're ruining it. For some reason, you want to look cool to your friends, and that's another thing. I don't know who his circle of friends is or who he hangs around. Get away from him. If you got to ditch them all together, say, listen, I'm in the NBA now. I got a shoe deal. I got to make money. I play on national TV nightly. People pay to come see me. I can't be doing this stuff. No, he can't say something simple like that. No, he got to go here and listen to rap music and tote guns around. That's what he gets. Don't feel sorry for him. Don't feel sorry for him. I don't know why black people just can't not do it. They can't not do it. I'm sorry, but they just can't not do it. And I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel sorry for him. And it is what it is. All right. One more thing, man. I gotta talk about your boy Joseph Brandon Biden. This black folks, listen to me. Listen to me right now. You complain about white supremacy. You complain about the system. You complain about white people every day, all day. But then you let people like Biden come up there and slap you in the face with racist rhetoric all the time. I don't understand why y'all don't even see it. Y'all don't even understand. This guy Biden went to Howard University and made some clown speech, and then y'all gonna be up there all applauding and saying, yeah, thank you, Biden. You forget that this man told you if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. You forget that part. Y'all seem to forget that part. Listen to this guy talk, man. It's sad that y'all keep letting this guy come on here and just say whatever. Look at this dude. Dude don't even know where he at right now. He don't even know where he at. But he comes to the graduation. I don't understand when the left, anybody on the left addresses a group of black folks, it's always white supremacy. It's always watch out for racism. It's always you're so underprivileged. You're too dumb to do stuff. So we got to help you do it. We got to give you a hand. We got to help you. It's never about positivity. It's never about congratulations for graduating college. It's never about, hey, go out here, make the most of your freedoms, opportunities in this country. Go make lots of money. Go be a positive member of society. Go change the world. It's never that conversation, right? It's always white supremacy, white supremacy. Hey, I'm talking to a bunch of black folks. Oh, let's talk about white supremacy. Hey, some black folks over there. Hey, how about some white supremacy? Oh, hey, group of black folks over there. Let me go in my pocket and give you some white supremacy speech. Yes. Every time. Every time. It doesn't change. Whenever there's a large group of black folks and they speaking to them, it's always some sort of racial tone to it. It has to be. And people like me, who is like, man, I don't care about none of that. I ain't never seen a white supremacist. And if there's somebody that doesn't like me because of the color of my skin, that's fine. You cannot like me. Just like me over there. Just don't like me over there down the street. Yeah, don't like me over there. You white supremacist? Okay. All right. Good to see you. Stay over there. As long as you don't touch my family or myself, I'm good. I'll be fine. I don't have to walk around scared and oh my God, there's a white supremacist around the corner. Let me go hide under the tree and let some white dude come save me. Biden save me from white supremacy. I don't. It's the same speech every time. I'm gonna talk about this and I'm gonna get y'all out of here, man. I promise. I hope y'all having a good morning. It's early for me. Got my coffee in hand, but I had to go in on this guy. So check out this nonsense right here. And I'm sorry that for those who've already heard it. Um, I know it grinds my ears too.
You know that American history has not always been a fairy tale.
There it is already. Racism. Right on cue. So everybody clap it and applaud it. So white supremacy is the most dangerous thing to our homeland. Not the border, not terrorism, not these other countries trying to take us down. No, it's white supremacy. It's the worst thing that's threatening this country right now. Meanwhile, the border's wide open and we don't know who's coming in at the border. You don't know who's coming in. National spies coming in, drug dealers coming in, predators coming in this country. But yet, lo and behold, white supremacy. It's the biggest threat. Did you hear what this? This is the president. This is the president of the United States right now. Y'all not even listening to what these guys say. This man, the president of the United States, with all his intel, got his cabinet. They all sit at the table discussing the threats that are trying to get in this country. This man comes out and tells a bunch of black folks, "Hey, white supremacy is the biggest threat to our country, not terrorism, and not the border, not anything like that. Just white supremacy. Just worry about white supremacy. Don't worry about nothing else. You know, you don't need to know about nothing else. Don't worry about the border. Don't worry about these people coming to replace you, because that's all that is. Is black folks, you too stupid. You don't even realize you about to be replaced by everybody coming on the board, because everybody coming across the border is just votes for the left. That's all it is. And they just ushering you out. They don't care about you. They're been proving it over and over again. You keep voting for these people, and they just keep saying the same thing over and over again. And all y'all do is complain and complain about the system, and yet you vote these clowns in. All they doing is trying to blind you from what's actually going on. Oh, just worry about white supremacy. Don't worry about the border. We'll take care of that. The border's fine. This is the biggest threat to our country is white supremacy. Just worry about that. Exactly why he's saying it. That's exactly why he's saying it. Would he say, ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself these questions. Would he say the same thing if this was a predominantly white or any other race crowd? If this was a predominantly Asian crowd, would he say white supremacy is the biggest threat to our country? Would he say that? The answer is no, if you were wondering. That's the answer. If this was a predominantly white crowd, would he say white supremacy is the worst thing in this country, is the biggest threat? Would he say that? The answer is no. I'm telling y'all don't listen to what people be saying. Y'all just, it goes one year and out the other, then hear y'all applauding. Like a bunch of idiots, man. Y'all, we can't be this stupid. And this is on a serious note. I'm not even trying to clown right now. You can't be this stupid. Y'all can't be this stupid to believe anything like this. And you shouldn't believe anything like this. And if you do, you are a grade A idiot. If you believe anything this guy says, if you believe it, people like JJ Redick, who has gone woke, shout out to you, JJ, by the way. You're part of the Ku Klux Klownsmen. Welcome. Welcome to the club. You're over there with the Ku Klux Klownsmen. That's where you at. Stop believing these guys. Take a second and sit back and realize these guys make no sense. You know, you want to call me all sorts of names. Black folks call me all sorts of names all the time. Because why? I call out stuff like this because I'm not believing that rhetoric. This man said I'm not saying this only because I'm at a black university. Yeah, you are. And y'all sitting around just laughing and joking and hee and ha and at this and not realize that he's saying y'all pretty stupid. Don't worry about nothing else. Just worry about this. So there it is right there. He's just trying to get people to vote for him. It's just that simple. I couldn't break it down any more clear than that. He came at the end, started talking about vote. So he just wants you to vote for him. That's all. And y'all like to hear that for whatever reason. I don't know why y'all like to hear that, but y'all do. And it's sad. Y'all can't be this stupid. Y'all can't be this stupid. Just trying to collect my thoughts, man. Y'all, I really hope y'all not this stupid. Y'all got to realize what's going on out here, man. And just think twice about stuff that's going on, okay? Please. I want to go in on Camilla. You know what? I'll talk about Camilla right here, right quick, and then we'll call it a day. But seriously, pay attention to what's going on. All these companies that's going woke and all sorts of stuff. Adidas coming out here, you know, a man in a full-on one-piece bikini, and we supposed to celebrate that. No, stop supporting these companies. I'm not supporting Miller Lite anymore. If you haven't heard what Miller Lite does, they did some whole woke feminist commercial. So I'm not drinking Miller Lite. I used to love Miller Lite. I don't know why these companies want to attack their consumer base. They have good consumer bases. Bud Light, you want to put Dylan Mulvaney on the can. I'm not supporting it. Miller Lite, you want to go woke with all this feminism. By the way, feminism, I don't even know where y'all at because y'all letting dudes come in and take all the female spaces up. So don't talk to me about feminism. Don't talk to me about that. You're not even protecting each other. Not even protecting each other. You got whole dudes, well, all dudes parts, hairy chest and all. And I'm not even gonna put it on here. Y'all go look it up for yourself. Adidas got a whole dude in their swimsuit with a hairy chest and a one-piece bathing suit talking about, yeah, look at me, this is great. We're celebrating you. No, not supporting it. Adidas, no. They had Dylan Mulvaney on the Bud Light can. No. Miller Lite want to go woke. No, I'm not supporting this stuff. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna just make my own clothes. I'm not supporting this stuff anymore, man. What's the worst that's gonna happen if I make my own clothes? Nobody buys it. Oh well, I can still wear it. I'm not putting money in that. I can't. I just can't. Stop supporting these companies. Got Target out here making I believe Gay Pride Month or Pride Month is coming up, and they got a whole section of kids' clothes talking about what all this gay pride slogan and stuff on for kids. What's the point of pandering this to kids? There's no reason, I tell you that. There is no point. But they doing it. Target, done. I'm not supporting none of these companies anymore, and it's time that we all stand together and say, you know what, we're done. Yeah, you might lose some convenience and some stuff. You might lose some good product here and there because they make some good stuff. Oh well, I just can't. I just can't, and I'm not going to support it. And if I got to go without, I'll go without. And that's the kind of mindset you got to have. Stop supporting this woke companies. Now to Camilla, this is my man Thomas Sowell. Shout out to Tom Sowell. He was big against affirmative action. This is the best example of affirmative action going wrong. Whenever she talks, it makes zero sense. Whenever she does a speech, it makes zero sense. Whenever she does anything, it makes zero sense. Does she even know what she's doing? No, she doesn't, because she doesn't belong there. The only reason why she's there is because she's a black female, and that's the only reason why she's up there on stage. She don't know what she's doing. Not even one part of the job. She's not good at any of it. She's not good at any of it. There's not one thing that I can say right now, you know what, she's pretty good at that. Can you name one? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'll wait right here. Name me one good thing she's done. Affirmative action. That's what she's done. Oh, she got voted in because she wore cool shoes. This is what cool shoes get you. Right here. This is cool shoes. I'm gonna show you what cool shoes get you. Listen up. Listen to the stupid speech. What an absolute terrible joke. What was that? What is she talking about? I'll tell you what she's talking about. She's talking about nothing. She doesn't know what to talk about because she doesn't know how to do the job. She shouldn't be there. This is a prominent example of how affirmative action is stupid and needs to get rid of. You need to be picked by the job by the way you show your skills to be able to do the job. Prove to me that you can do the job, and then I'll hire you. That's it. Show me that you can do the job, and you get hired. No. You wear cool shoes, you get to be the vice president and say stupid stuff like this. And it's not even the only speech. Every speech she does, everybody's looking around like, what is she talking about? Okay, whatever that means. But this is what I'm talking about. They put, and this is the left, by the way, they put the dumbest people up there to represent black folks. I know that I went on a little bit of a rant. I had to talk about these certain things. But the whole point of this is for y'all to wake up and see what's really going on out of here. I really want y'all to see the pandering and the nonsense that pretty much the left just spews. Yeah, we got some rhinos too that just go along with the get along and all sorts of stuff, but mostly the left. And I just want y'all to pay attention. Listen to what people say. Listen to their actions. Don't don't just support something just because when they look like you, just because you've been doing it your whole life. Don't do that. Those are terrible ways to go about supporting something. Step back, take a listen to what's going on, take a listen to what people say, take a look at their actions. Does it benefit you? Does it benefit your family? No, it doesn't. And don't get mad at me for calling them out. And if you need somebody to call it out, I'll be your guy. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe, share, like. Y'all know the mainstream media want to suppress voices like this, and I'm not even only one. I'm just one of many that they suppress. I'm not doing this for fame or trying to make it big or trying to do anything. That's not why I do this. I do this because I feel that people aren't bold enough to speak out. They don't have a voice like that. They're not, that's not their calling. And I get that, right? For some reason, God wants me to, talk about it. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid for action, but we got to step up. We gotta step up against the regime here, man. We got to. I appreciate y'all so much. Again, Instagram or follow my social media. Twitter is Mr. Willis 23. TikTok is cigar underscore T, and Instagram it's underscore cigar guy 23. Thank y'all. Y'all tell everybody about the channel. Y'all support. And for those that's been supporting me right now, I appreciate all the support that you've been doing. Those who like and comment on the videos, thank you so much. And if y'all want me to talk about some other stuff, people's been sending me stuff on my social media that, hey, I want you to speak about this topic. What do you think about this topic? Please send it to me. Put it in the comments, and I'll bring it up. I'll give you my thoughts. That's all it is my thoughts, my perspective. Y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.